Welcome to the first Africa vlog. It's pretty crazy, and welcome to my new state of rarely being ready and my hair always back and super sweaty. I've lived in humid climates before and I do not like humidity, but we're only here for 6 months, so we'll survive. We lived in Connecticut for 5 years. I've lived in Florida for 18 months, so you just learn to deal with the humidity, but I'm not one of those people that can look cute in humidity. My hair goes crazy and so does everything else. I just like, ugh. So anyway, sorry if you can hear lots of noise. We live by a busy street, and eventually I will do like a little tour of the apartment we're staying in and stuff like that. But today I need to organize some stuff, and it's like a closet space, basically. I feel like I just took my laundry room and moved it here. My messy laundry room with all of our Africa stuff is now this messy closet space. There's stuff dispersed throughout the apartment, but a lot of it got put there because it's just a really big closet. So all of our school stuff, all the crafts, like some games and stuff. So we unpacked the bags 2 days ago just because we needed to get stuff out so we knew where all of our clothes were and things. But now I need to organize this space so we know where stuff is, and so we can do school next week, hopefully. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and I'll try to set this so you can see lighting's not great. It's just the way it's gonna be. And also I didn't bring a tripod because, we already brought 12 bags and 6 carry-ons, 12 check bags, 6 carry-ons, and other things, and I'll tell you all about that kind of stuff too. But so we're gonna go do that now, and then I think we haven't walked down to the beach yet. We live right across the street from the ocean, so we're gonna walk over there. We have to get across the busy street, so that's the fun part. And then our church is really close, around the corner, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So we're gonna walk to it just so we know where it is for tomorrow, because it's Sunday tomorrow, and that's kind of the plan so far. And yeah, let's go organize this space. We have a few minutes. We're waiting for some people to bring back another jug of purified water. So once they get back, I think we're gonna go do stuff. So I'm gonna try to use the time right now to get this space organized. Okay, so this is what we are working with here. So we just kind of threw everything. A few of my kids' clothes are in here because they don't have closet space for it. And then whole bunch of school stuff, some different medicines, sunscreen. I don't know, there's a bag of shoes back there, more school stuff. This whole bag right here has a bunch of books in it, so I need to take those out. And then a few more clothes, life jackets, and yeah, just kind of miscellaneous stuff. So I'm gonna try to organize it a little bit so it's not such a mess. Okay, so somewhere in between me filming that first part and this part, a setting got changed on my camera. It slowed everything down and took away all the audio. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover, and hopefully that works out. There won't be any end clip or anything, because this is just what we had without my voice being in it. So I'm just showing you the different shelves. I've stored a lot of just our packing cubes, and then this shelf has all of our workout stuff and some of our water bottles that are just for emergencies. And then I also have some life jackets and some very thin towels that we had packed with us so that we could take those to the beach, and some miscellaneous like a speaker and a Kindle that we don't use all the time. And then the next 2 shelves have kids' activities. One has more for my grown-up kids. That makes them sound super old. One's for my super little kids. And then this is our medicine shelf and extras. So there's some extra face cleaning stuff, and then just different random medicines we brought that we might need. And here's a whole bunch of schoolwork. We have the answer keys and then group work, some pens and pencils, glue sticks, things like that. And then these are just some different activities. It's all diamond art. These ones are for me mostly. My kids can do them too. And then there's one that has bigger diamond art that I found at Michael's, I believe, that my 3-year-old can use. And then just more art products along the way of this table, and a hymn book and some sticker books and some drawing books so that my kids can listen to an audiobook and do some drawing while we're here. And then the random Christmas stuff that I brought with us. And then these are my kids' individual shelves. So they all have their just like little pile of books that they're going to work on. And then these are just some clothes, I think miscellaneous bags and the ergo are on the top. And then some of the things we don't use as much, like the swimming suits and a few other items, pants if we need them. And then my two littlest kids' clothes are on here because there's not space in the room that they're in for the clothes to be there. So that's where all their stuff is on those shelves. And that's kind of what it looks like. The suitcases are underneath the table, and I'm so glad I got it organized. It was such a mess, and it still isn't the greatest, but it will work. And then we moved into the kitchen this afternoon to make a smoothie. Trying to do snacks is hard. Everything is just small. There's not a whole lot of storage space or fridge space. So I bought a blender and was like, okay, we'll try to make smoothies. So I brought protein powder. As you can see, some of this is still like slow motion. It's epic. That's what we're going for. And so we just made a smoothie. I had put the protein powder in it, and we didn't have any cups. We had very few cups. So we made it a little thicker so we could have it in bowls. And the kids all seemed to like that. And then I did tacos for dinner this night. And these are the like patties that were recommended to buy. And then you just can break them up into smaller pieces after they thaw out. And then I cut up some onion to put into this mix, and I'm going to just end up sauteing it all in a pan. These burners and the oven, you have to light with a match. And so I'm kind of used to lighting burners with a match, but I've never had to light an oven with a match. So that was a new experience for me. But I just put some olive oil in there. I'm going to saute these up and then break the little pieces of beef into the mixture and mix that all around. And then I added some Clean Monday Mills taco seasoning. I brought that with me. You can't buy taco seasoning here, but you can buy the products to make it, like the different seasonings. And then I added some beans in with it. And so that's what I'm showing you now is kind of the spread for dinner. That's the final thing. I put a little creme fraiche in it. They don't have sour cream, so use creme fraiche. And there's tortilla shells. And then on the table out here is where I put the rest of the stuff: lettuce, tomatoes, the rest of creme fraiche, some salsa, cheese. I didn't have any grated cheese. Cheese here is kind of weird. Dairy is hard to get anyways. And then pickles just for like a side, and leftover fruit that we had from the day before, and some vegetables. So that was our day. I hope you enjoyed it.